Yay! We did it! Man, I'm back on YouTube! I've been having some time. Ha! Ha! Ha!
That's right, everyone. I'm Morbius.
Who's Morbius?
Yeah, it's Morbius time! Slurp, 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 slurp.
Ah, shoot! Not my whip! Oh, okay. It's all good.
Spider-Man, help me!
Good God! What happened to you?
I morbed him, and I'll do it again to... Oh, whoa, that's a nice-ass car, dude.
Hey, thanks, man.
I'm gonna morb all over you, then I'm gonna take your car. I'll call it the Morbmobile. Beep, beep.
The whip? Hell no, man. You're not about to steal my car. I spent weeks building it. You think you just come here, step to me, talk about my car, the web whip, and take it from me?
Morning!
Get the hell off me, freak! You are not taking my car! I swear I'll kill you, bitch! Motherfucker, are you throwing bats at me?
Yes, Spider-Man, I'll do anything for that car. But you see, with a car like that, people will think I'm cool again. They'll forget all about Morbius 2022 and only remember Morbius, the guy with the cool car. And then I'll be swimming in it. I'll go from more BS to more bitches. You can't resist the morb.
Resist these nuts, ho! It ain't over yet, G!
Oh, thank God I can fly. I can run away now and live to morb another day.
It's not over yet!
What?
It's not over yet!
Okay, you win this time, Spider-Man. Oh, shit!
Yeah, man. That's what you get, man. That's what you get. Don't mess with my car. I worked hard on it.
Thank you for watching my animation. If you enjoyed, please give it a like or a comment. Tell me what you liked about it. Maybe even subscribe to see more. I worked on this for about 4 weeks, 28 days. You know, when I penned this about a month ago, I was thinking to myself, I want to finish this.
What's up, guys? This is Merc Music, and welcome to Black Ops 1 13 years later. I'm actually currently playing Black Ops 1 on the Xbox Series X because the matchmaking has been fixed. The old Call of Duty games on the Xbox 360 are back. I've unfortunately had to hold off.
So that's why I was getting servers, dude!
Issues, but we are back, guys. Oh, the classic menu. Dude, I can't believe this game is 13 years old. Oh, the nostalgia blast of the menu music. God, it's unfair. Okay, we got 4,000 people online. I think they might have actually fixed the online player counts, too. For quite a while, when things were broken, it was stuck at like a couple 100,000 players, but we know that not that many people are actually playing Black Ops 1 in 2023, or even in the last couple of years. But here we go. Let's see if we can find a TDM. I'm just going to throw us into... We got some Crisis Team Deathmatch. Thankfully, the matchmaking for this game is no longer a crisis. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy this video and you want to see some more throwback Call of Duty stuff on the channel, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'm so glad we're going to be able to do some throwback COD. Oh, it stopped the music. I think it's because I'm late. No, I actually remember not liking this map, dude. People would camp up here on the tower. Like I'm gonna do right now. This is how professional snipers snipe. I learned this from Chris Trial. He's a professional sniper too. I think he's from Russia. I've been waiting literal years for this moment to be able to snipe from this perch. That's why they call me Perch Puzik. Wait for it. Target sighted! Target sighted! I can't hit the target. Oh, we got a headshot! Take that!
Boom, headshot!
ATN clan tag. Yo, this guy knows what's up. His name is so cool that he abbreviated it for his clan tag. I definitely have never done that before with MMHD. God, if you can find those videos, oh my lord. Random little guitar riff. I really do miss the ambiance of the old COD games. Randomly playing music in the middle of a match to kind of like make things creepy. We don't get them like this anymore, boys. We don't. No scope. I missed. All right, hold on. Tactical sniper coming in. Someone blew up. Hold on. I thought that chair was a person. Here we go. Oh my god, he tried to RPG me too. Not happening today, buddy. I'm a professional sniper. Look at that. Boom. I missed the breathing noise on this game, dude. The breathing. Listen to that. Hold on. That is some of the most intense inhaling I've heard in my life. That honestly rivals the breathing power of the likes of Snoop Dogg. Imagine how strong that man's lungs are. They've had to go through so much. Oh my, what? Yo, he just threw him out the window.
I think I'm ready to jump out the window.
He's gone. How am I doing right? I'm 2-0. I've got the best KD. Actually, well, Prison Mike over here's got a 2 KD as well. But I'm better in golf, so take that, Prison Mike. Oh my. Look at this. He's in second chase. No! This did not just happen. This did not just happen in 2023. Okay, I might have to delete the game now. Oh, he cowered it out, though. Now, what I'm really interested to see for Black Ops 1 is if they fix the fight.
Yes!
It wasn't just the matchmaking that was broken for old Call of Duty games. There were a lot of other issues and things that had to be taken away. I know there were a lot of talks about the file share being taken away or removed, because that's how people who were doing infections and getting mods on console and stuff, that's how they were doing it. But I'm kind of wondering if it's going to work now, because they also fixed the matchmaking. It could have just been an online service that, for whatever reason, they didn't want to fix. What is happening? Ghost Pro, Hacker Pro with an RPG? Alpha Raisin, you're disgusting. And there it is. Prison Mike got the last kill. Won the first game, all because of my amazing sniping in the beginning. How'd I do? I went 3-5. Okay, so that one was just a warm-up. He went into second chance for last kill. This is sad. But this is the same type of shit that would happen during the prime of Black Ops 1, which is insane to see. I mean, it's actually kind of good. For the most part, when I would go back and play Black Ops 1 on the Xbox 360, I could not find any matches. So I would either, like, play campaign, or I'd have to get on PC and play, like, the modded PC client. We are back. They're voting for Summit TDM. These guys know what's up.
Oh, yeah! Hey, my
Alright, here we go. We got some game chat in here, too. Oh my god.
kiss at the end of the match. Oh, yeah!
On the Xbox 360, I could not find any matches, so I would either like play campaign or I'd have to get on PC and play like the modded PC client. We are back. They're voting for Summit TDM. These guys know what's up.
Oh, yeah! Hey, my
Alright, here we go. We got some game chat in here too.
Everyone's gonna get a kiss at the end of the match.
What was this guy? Come on, bitch!
No pinging in this game? No pinging?
No pinging in this game? It wasn't.
No pinging.
What this guy's on about? Bro, I'm getting f***ed up. I'm 1-4. Bro, I can't fucking move! Black Ops multiplayer always made me rage, and now I remember why. The Galil just can't do it around Galil. Ooh! I can't move anywhere! I'm 1-5! I don't even know what to use. All my classes suck. I don't use any of the meta bullshit weapons that people camp with. Take that, eat the Willy Pete! You know, the reason I'm struggling right now is because I'm not using the tactical camera. This camera spike is very tactical. I can put it down here. And I'm also pull off the camera, and then I can... Boom! I'm pulling out my FAMAS China Lake Nuke Poop flag. I'm suffering. I'm 5-11. I'm the worst in here. Dude, the China Lake goes in! You could like reload cancel this thing and just spam the grenade launcher shots. It was so crazy. It's still not as busted as the original Modern Warfare 2 Dangerous World nuke tubing, but... One more. Oh. No way! Oh my god, these guys are gonna freak out over the kill cam. Watch this. They think it's bazooka. Yo, hopefully it's recording. I've had some issues with that before, but hopefully it's going through. Okay, let's see what the file server is. Wait. No, I think the file server is. Oh, it is. Pretty much. On the Xbox 360, like everyone's microphone gets compressed down and everyone listens.
Heck yeah! I'm the best.
No, how did I not get him? Yo, after
Hey,
this,
holy crap, it almost turned
I can get some gun game reactions again.
Oh my
dude.
god, I'm so
I gotta
much
try to find Waka Trick Shot all over again. Maybe he's grown up. Dude, oh my god, Waka Trick Shot 13 years later? That means he's turning 14, right?
Send in mortars! Send them in now!
Send in the mortars!
Send in
I
the
killed
mortar!
15. Look at me. I am the Dragonborn now. Dude, it's actually insane to see how many people have rebooted up their Xbox 360s to get back on here and play. It's a beautiful sight.
They're camping. Smell their fear.
What do you say?
What are you on about? Yo, we got the on here and play. It's a
What do you
beautiful
say?
sight.
They're camping. Smell their fear.
What's this guy on about? Yo, we got the blackboard.
They're
Let's go.
camping. Smell their fear.
Eyes have to go fucking cross-eyed for a second.
No one's used to the low res textures. No, the host, not the host migration. The resounding disappointment of the host leaving.
Come on.
There's a guy right here. I gotta shoot him. Come on. No. Come on, bro. I'm gonna get a bank shot. No, nah! I can't even say words. Just
that'll
nope,
be
nah. I
cheating.
don't know what that
I
means.
don't know if it's
That don't
even
mean nothing.
cheating
I haven't been this excited to play COD in a while, man. I just be saying things that aren't even real. Dude, I'm doing so much better. We got a 4 KD right now.
about. You tell me what
Smacking
you
him up
talking
with
about.
G11.
What are you
4KD right now. My balls off.
That's exactly how I'm doing right now. What in the fuck? Dude, look at the score right now. Get these COD devs to tell me that skill-based matchmaking exists in these games. The gas has been lit.
Hooray to Claymore, goddammit.
Dude, I swear, it feels like I'm playing BattleBit right now with the comms. As much as I would love to stay in this TDM lobby, I want to see if we can find gun games. Can we find wager matches in 2023? Wait, there's no one playing any of them? I don't buy that. There's gotta be someone in gun game. There's no one in gun game. We gotta do something about that. If you're getting back on BO1, find me in gun game. Ain't no way. Maybe they're playing Pro Gambler? Absolutely no one is playing this. That's actually kind of a bummer, but you know, I'll take what I can get. There's some people doing free-for-all, some people in Dom. Most of the other playlists, though, it's not looking too great. Okay, so I don't think we can find hardcore TDM, but it looks like Team Deathmatch is probably gonna be your best bet getting back on here. Oh my god, we got Hazard. Dude, this is like the golf course remake map of Cliffside from World of War. Oh, this map was actually so much fun for gun game, dude. Oh, I miss these textures. I miss it. It's so hilarious! Too bad you can't do the original bounds like you could in textures. I miss it. It's so hilarious! Too bad you can't do the original bounds like you could in World of War. You like jump over and then hit a no-scope across the map. Oh, killed the little ghost camper.
I don't understand who the F you are, you
They're all back there.
that's heckin' gay.
Camping.
There's
Who
nothing
else?
wrong with being gay,
I swear there was someone there camping. No? Ah! What are you doing? What?
though.
Oh my, he's got second chance though. No! Not again! It's actually working. I'm speechless. I hated Second Chance Pro so much in this game, and I still do. I think everyone coming back onto these old COD games and just showing how bad their controller aim now just says so much about how spoiled we are with the crazy powerful aim assist in Modern Warfare 2. The new one, by the way, not the original. Like, literally, aim assist is so strong in Modern Warfare 2 that if we come back to these games, we just look like we're terrible. We don't know how to hit shots anymore. Or maybe it's just me being a little skill issue, but... Oh, wait, no, we got a shot. Where are you? I can still hit shots. I can. No, I can't.
My guy's good.
Go, come on. Nice.
First, let me actually kill these
You're wait
guys
for
so
them
I
to come
can
by.
have
They,
entrance.
they don't even know I'm here.
They don't die in the process.
Oh. What? I almost dropped my controller. Why is this not hitting him? Look at his aim. I thought my aim was bad. Also, look how fast you call in a spy plane. We are literally faster in Black Ops 1 than we are in the current COD game.
But it's more realistic to waste 10 seconds calling it a UAV.
I really don't think the devs understand that by making things slower, it makes it feel like we have downgraded. We as players feel like things were better and faster in a 13-year-old game. Like, look at my movement speed, my ADS speed with a sniper in Black Ops 1. We used to think this was slow because of how good the original Modern Warfare 2 sniping was. Now I get back on here and I'm like, damn, Black Ops 1 sniping is pretty good. It's not as slow or
So
fast
far,
as I
this is
remember it.
kind
Now,
of
granted, there was
difficult,
the
a
whole
little bit
switch.
challenging, but I can say
6 to 8 months to
yeah,
patch that makes the snipers actually usable for quickscoping. But it's just crazy, man. Like, going back to Black Ops 1, a 13-year-old COD game, it's actually playing out pretty well. I'm pleasantly surprised right now. Yo, look at this guy's emblem. That is so cool. We can find Nuketown. Come on. Firing range. I can't get over that. That's what's so good about the matchmaking, too. For new COD games, it can take a couple of minutes just for the skill-based matchmaking to decide what match you should get. Whereas in the old COD games, you can be put into a match in like 15 seconds. Now, one thing I do want to say about the older COD games on the Xbox 360 is that you might still have to watch out for people who are using mod menus or cheating. Just be careful out there, you know? I would say that you should probably still stay clear of Black Ops 2 on console because there's just so many people still cheating on there. The people who are still using mod menus and doing all kinds of like really dumb things, like not even fun stuff, they have most likely been doing that nonstop since the game's launched. They quite literally have nothing better to do with their lives, and they're just never gonna stop. Also because, you know, Activision's never gonna fix it too, so. But yeah, if you have the old COD games on Xbox 360, just steer clear of Black Ops 2. But you can find matches for basically everything else, and it should be okay. But if you guys do experience anything fishy, then definitely let me know.
Am I asking about to do this?
This guy
Wait,
is
whoa, now this is where things get kind of
because this is
difficult
my
now.
gaming class. I think I used this for like the worst guns in COD history. Man's out here seriously using it.
Oh yeah!
That,
First
that
try!
was on time! Goes to show how long it's been since I last played.
No thing in chat, but dang man, I'm doing awesome! I'm so good at this game! Hey, yeah!
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to hit the doink,
I'm
please.
so excited right now. Hype!
What? Did he noob to me? What happened here?
Wow.
The grenade? That didn't even touch me! I wasn't even remotely close! Make it make sense. Oh, hey, there's the no-scope. Who uses the M60? You're lay down with it! I don't know how to feel about this lobby. I'm like just trying to snipe and hit some goofy kills. Everyone's out here sweating so hard. Our worst teammates left. Now it looks like I'm the worst in here, but there were people below me. Thanks to a level 23 who camps with an M60 in spawn. Like, what? These lobbies don't make any sense. I love it, dude. This is what it's like when there's no skill-based matchmaking. You never know what kind of wacky stuff you're gonna get. Okay, we're having some difficulties finding some more matches, and I think I got my fill of Black Ops 1. So with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me play Black Ops 1 13 years later. If you guys did enjoy this video and you want to see some more OG Call of Duty stuff, make sure to drop a like. I'll see you guys later.
Outcome.
Right. I will come. Twinkle. Hi. Wait, is that an Afterman video? Wake up. Oh.
Where am I? Where's Jameson Locke? Oh, god damn it. Did I get roofied again or something?
You will answer our questions.
Well, I would, but I'm a little tied up at the moment.
What is your name?
You sure you guys have been torturing me or something? I feel and look completely fine.
Where were you born?
In your mama pussy, bitch!
Give him the way, Willie.
No, what are you doing? What are you doing? No.
Your name is Kelly Van Act. You were born in... Who the fuck put black ink all over it? Whatever. In 2015, you uploaded a video to your YouTube channel called Crab God vs. the World. Is that correct? Give him the titty twister. Is that correct?
Yes.
Where's the broadcast station?
I don't know.
The videos, Zach. Where they posted from? What do they mean?
I'm telling you, I don't know anything about any videos.
What about the Halo 5 campaign video? The Titanfall 2 review? The war against video games? Do you remember those? Give us what we want. We'll guarantee your channel stays monetized. Let's just start from the beginning. November 9th, 2010. A video game called Call of Duty Black Ops came out. What did you think of the campaign? The story?
Call of Duty? Black Ops? Campaign? Call of Duty Black Ops 1 was Treyarch's follow-up game after World at War. It also came out after Modern Warfare 1 and 2. These 4 games represented the franchise at its best, and despite the method of annual releases, Call of Duty continued to innovate in creative ways. One might ask, of all the settings, time periods, and conflicts to make a military shooter game based on, why would Treyarch choose the Cold War? Well, there's a few good reasons for that. The end of World War II naturally and quickly progressed into the Cold War. Realizing this, Treyarch, or Activision, must have noticed the potential to not only continue the World at War story, but to explore new territory. A third stroke of brilliance was added in the form of Black Operations. covert and secretive missions carried out by governments or military organizations that are meant to disguise whoever is behind it. Cold War, continuing a story, Black Operations. These three ideas molded together resulted in Black Ops 1 becoming one of the most unique games in the series. A bridge between the new and the old. Something we had never seen before. And with Black Ops 4 having recently been announced, I think it's safe to say that this initial game struck a chord with gamers and the hardcore fans. Or it just made a shit ton of money and they kept making more. But growing up as a kid and into my teen years, I was never a big fan of the COD campaigns. I usually just played them once or twice and went straight to multiplayer. And it took me until now to realize why. Well, because I had exquisite tastes and found the Halo games to be superior, while all the COD fags sat in their generic gay video games sucking fat dicks. But the actual reason is that I didn't appreciate or care about history as much as I do now. See, the M rating on Call of Duty games isn't just because of the violence, blood, and guns. It's because the player literally needs to be mature enough to understand and respect history in order to get the most out of it.
The nerve center. I believe I'm correct in saying that civilization has been saved more than once. In this room.
So all you little shits, yes, including young Axeman, who think or thought COD is just a series of games revolving around MLG montages and dank memes, go back to the goddamn swing set, because grown-ups are about to talk some real shit. This is what Black Ops 1 does. If you are mature, it inspires you. It inspired me to look up what the Bay of Pigs invasion was. It inspired me to learn more about JFK, Fidel Castro, Robert McNamara, the Cold War, Vietnam War. I'd look at some of these old weapons and think, well, what the shit is that supposed to be? And then I'd look it up. And this is when I realized that Call of Duty shit is that supposed to be? And then I'd look it up. And this is when I realized that Call of Duty campaigns are at their absolute best when they integrate real historical events and or people into their fictional stories. We'll elaborate on this point further on. I imagine the reason many people love the COD series is partially because the game spawned an interest in history, firearms, and all that. But without further ado, let's get these fucking numbers out of our heads.
Find the broadcast station.
And skewer the winged beast straight into this. World at War, Modern Warfare 1 and 2 all had huge fucking balls in their campaigns. Now you thought, maybe they'd ease back just a bit, play it safe, stay away from controversial stuff. And then boom, that's when you shoot Fidel fucking Castro in the face. And you realize that Call of Duty Black Ops might have testicular cancer because their balls are fucking huge. This mission caused such a stir in Cuba, a website called Cuba Debate accused the United States of trying to kill Castro virtually because they had failed to in the past 50 years. That is crazy. This game caused international controversy. Now let's talk about how the game feels, its visual style, and all that. First thing you see when you boot up the game is quite possibly the greatest main menu in video game history. I remember the first time I figured out to get out of the chair and it blew my mind. Exploring this small tiny room was such an event. There's even a computer where you can play Zork, one of the first interactive computer games, and access a bunch of other information, cheat codes, etc., and various commands. But when you look around this room, what stands out to you? Well, the TVs, of course. The game immediately connects the story with real-world events, and in this case, real footage, which gives it a feeling of importance. It's such a powerful thing to see. Your brain has fed a lot of information in a short amount of time, and this sets the stage for everything that takes place. It's such a nice touch that they got some old-school Vietnam-era songs to be licensed and put in the game.
Like this unfortunate song by
Woodsy here.
I mean, we got real historical value. Visually, the graphics look great, even today, but the style is what matters. If this were called Black Ops, well, we'd see a lot of this. If this were called Black Ops, well, we'd see a lot of this. But because it's Black Ops, we see a lot of this.
MacB compound in sight. You are jumping into some deep shit, Woods.
Yes, the black ink that is synonymous with secrecy. It's so cool, because you, the player, take part in these undercover operations. You go to 8 different countries in this game, and there's 13 missions. So variety is aplenty. Whenever you start a mission, the details are shown and then
like a whole lot more.
As if every level is something that happened in the past, something that was open, closed, and filed away forever. All you're doing is reliving it all, which makes for a phenomenal method of storytelling. And that brings me to the structure of Black Ops 1. The story is told out of chronological order, and if you've ever seen Pulp Fiction, you know what a powerful connection this can make with the audience if done right.
I want you to go in that bag. Find my wallet.
Which one is it?
It's the one that said
Dragovich, Kravchenko, Stein. These men must die.
And Black Ops nails it. The story progresses normally with what's happening in the present, leading to what appears to be chronological flashbacks. And you think, this is predictable. I know where they're going with this. Nope. Fuck you. You're going back to World War II, bitch. What? It's at this point you realize what a retard you were for thinking this would be another generic 5 out of 10 Call of Duty game. The 8th mission, Project Nova, is when the game starts to throw curveballs at you. And in the second to last mission is when everything that's been presented to you so far starts to take shape. It all starts to make sense, and you piece together the timeline of everything that has happened. But it's not just the way the narrative is told that makes it unique and memorable. It's the story itself.
Don't come on, man, me.
You start off being interrogated by some unknown peeps in an ominous-looking room. You are Alex Mason, and your memory is foggier than Snoop Dogg's bathroom.
Where are you trying to start up, bro?
Barraging you with questions. Now, Black Ops immediately breaks new ground for the franchise, because the player character is actually his own person, and he talks while you have control.
Easier. I felt like everyone was watching us. And watching me. Sometimes even yourself.
Previous games always abided by the silent protagonist trope, which is sexist because it implies men shouldn't speak. Anyways, this was a necessary move to make, because an interrogation wouldn't work if the person getting interrogated doesn't fucking say anything. Immediately, the game sets up a mystery to be solved.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about any numbers.
It's got you hook, line, and sinker. Right off the bat, you're engaged in what's going on. And the main plot revolves around restoring Alex Mason's mind to find the broadcast station that will activate various sleeper agents throughout the U.S., which in turn will lead to a Russian chemical attack on the mainland using the deadly weapon Nova 6. Storytelling has improved from World at War, because Black Ops has likable characters with personalities, and they play a bigger role in the story, so you feel more connected to them overall. The first mission has you assaulting Cuba with the goal of killing Castro, and while it looks like you did, square in the forehead, psych, he's still alive.
You're dead. We killed you.
No. You killed a double. You think we didn't know your plan?
We always know.
Mason sacrifices himself to allow the plane to take off. He ends up saving his friends, but getting captured and given to the Russians. It's at this point we see just how finely woven the cutscenes are for this game. So many images are shown to the player that it overwhelms them, just as Mason's memories are overwhelming him when he relives it all. They're made to be disorienting yet informative, and the special effects, all the red and shit, makes it look so cool. It has a similar style of presentation to World at War's cutscenes. So Mason is handed to Dragovich and thrown into the Russian prison Vorkuta, which was a real camp, by the way. God damn it, Call of Duty. Why do you have to make history so fascinating? And then we see a familiar face. Reznov, my fucking boy. How you been holding up? How are the kids, man? Ow, fuck! So you stage a daring escape with the legend himself.
This is step one! Security! No! We take Vorkuta!
And using Reznov's 8-step program, you too can become part of the Russian Revolution. Join today for the low, low price of 1,500 concoins. Because while you still live, the heart of this jailbreak cannot be broken. So when you and the other players are to the courtyard with the big machine guns, you get this little exchange between Mason and Reznov.
Reznov, your men must know this is suicide. Victory cannot be achieved without sacrifice, Mason. We Russians always better than anyone.
That's such a sick freaking line in reference to 20+ million soldiers who lost their lives. Damn, dude, that's deep. In Vorkuta is where the most important plot points happen, and we'll get to those in a bit. After you escape Vorkuta, you're flown to the Pentagon, and this whole scene is fantastic. The badass music, how they have multiple things going on besides Mason just going to the Pentagon.
Distinguished heroes.
Hearing numbers. Couldn't get them out of my head.
The story is reminding you about previous American heroes, at the same time showing you that Alex Mason is a bit screwy in the head. Just the idea of walking through the Pentagon is immediately going to connect Americans in America to the story. And yeah, you fucking meet one of the most legendary presidents of the United States. And this is what I've been talking about. You meet Robert McNamara, then John F. Kennedy in the Pentagon, and these characters, these scenes have such an impact on the audience because they have real historical value. They're connected to things that actually happen. So when you play some of the newer COD games, you wonder why you don't really care. I guarantee you part of that is because they ain't connected to real history. You get what I'm saying? So you're talking to JFK and what the shit is that? Treyarch, did you just seriously have me point a pistol at President goddamn Kennedy? Holy crap, your balls, man, they're huge! Now, if I had to talk about some negatives, there's not much that comes to mind, honestly. For some of the cutscenes, if you slow it down, you can clearly see they were lazy in certain areas. But unless you were making a video on this shit like me, you probably wouldn't notice. Parts of the campaign are a bit over the top, but they're not so ridiculous it takes you out of the story. But you know, there's so much that goes on throughout the rest of the game, and I'd love to talk about all of it. Even though it took me 5 hours to beat, it'd take me forever to go through mission by mission and talk about everything I think is good, everything I love. So here's a relatively quick summary of what I think is most important. I love the concept of Mason being programmed to kill JFK. What Reznov was so pissed at.
These men.
That he somehow reprogrammed his own agenda for revenge into Mason.
Can you trust your leaders to destroy it? Or do you think they would use it? The French, but the methods are the same.
One of the finer details is that certain points in the campaign, mostly when Reznov appears after his action attack, you can hear the number sequences in the background. Effectively showing the player how Mason's mind is conflicted between being a programmed sleeper agent and a programmed vessel of revenge. These two ideas clash, and that's a recurring theme in Black Ops. It's quite brilliant, and I love how the game doesn't need to explicitly tell us everything. Leave some stuff to the imagination. What blows my balls off is how Treyarch was able to write this story in a way that you feel like Alex Mason and can connect with him. But you are, also at times, separated and looking at Mason as his own person, and how they managed to foreshadow and show you these subtle details that lead to the ultimate twist near the end. If you pay close enough attention, there's a dead giveaway line, the identity of one of the interrogators.
What about Dragon?
Kills a lot and will guarantee your safety. We got plenty of windows.
Or you can give us what we want and we guarantee your safety.
And you'll also notice when Mason introduces Reznov to Bowman and Woods, they take no notice of him at all.
Are these your men?
Woods, Bowman.
I am Rez. Vic,
What took you so long, Mason? That intel better be worth it.
So as the story progresses, it becomes more and more clear that something is wrong. Another thing is when you meet JFK, things slow down and you see footage of his funeral in the background, pictures of Lee Harvey Oswald, and that's just, wow, some great attention to detail. Just to quickly talk about gameplay, I think it's a big improvement on World at War, which, mind you, was already great. Nade spam was toned down significantly, and the game feels a lot more fair. There's plenty of gimmicks, unique scenarios, all that good stuff. COD campaigns are very linear and formulaic, but you should know by now if you like what these games give you, because if you do, you'll love Black Ops 1. I'd also like to point out how incredible the collectibles are and the computer in the interrogation room. Both of these things give significant and fascinating details on the backstory of the game, events that happen, character arcs. Just looking at these, you can tell a lot of effort was put into them. Unlike the collectibles in World War II, my God, those were embarrassing. And it was such great fan service to play as Victor Reznov. To go back to World War II, even just for one mission, and it's pretty goddamn awesome that they had make a comeback. The soldier you played as in the Russian missions of World at War. But now the perspective is switched, and the player's excitement at his return is short-lived, and you watch him suffer from the Nova 6 gas as a guinea pig, betrayed by his leaders.
Dmitry Petrenko was one of the bravest men I have ever known. He fought by my side in the siege of Stalingrad and fought. The wounds he sustained ensured our victory should have earned him a hero's welcome. But Stalin had little need for heroes.
That fucking quote is so powerful, man. Right before killing Dragon, he mocks the dead Kennedy.
Oh my God.
And after you save the day, there's a real ominous ending. Holy shit, they are implying the possibility that Alex Mason was the one who killed JFK because of his programming by Dragovich, Steiner, and Kravchenko. And that gives me the chills, man. What an ending. There's actually a theory that there were two gunmen, and if you look at it that way, Mason was the second who never got caught. Without a doubt, Black Ops 1 has a fantastic campaign. I'd say best in the series out of the games I've played, which are these. It immerses you and captivates you from start to finish, and the historical context of these events gives it such an impact because this stuff caught. Without a doubt, Black Ops 1 has a fantastic campaign. I'd say best in the series out of the games I've played, which are these. It immerses you and captivates you from start to finish, and the historical context of these events gives it such an impact because this stuff actually happened. Modern Warfare 1 changed everything when it comes to online shooters and the COD series overall. Modern Warfare 2 refined those important elements, and Black Ops 1 offers that same greatness in a time period we've never seen in Call of Duty before. So when it comes to multiplayer, to this day, I am still impressed by what Black Ops 1 offers. And you know, some people say, Max man, it's just the same shit every year, and Black Ops is no different. Yo, here's the thing. I'm totally fine with COD's formulaic design from year to year, because it has a winning formula.
Winning?
But only if it gives me something new alongside everything I play these games for. Quality aspects that are always fun to play, with unique gimmicks, layouts, designs that allow for a multitude of strategies, interesting weapons that are satisfying to shoot, That look and sound great. Progression that makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something. Customization that gives plenty of options but isn't too complicated. Kill streaks that are fun as hell and make me feel awesome. Black Ops 1 has all of that butter. But you need some examples, huh? You need some convincing. Look no further than Gun Game. One of the most creative, ball-bustingly fun game modes that's ever been conceived by a human being. It's a 6-player free-for-all with a catch. Every kill gives you a new weapon. Knifing people makes them revert one weapon backwards. First person to get 20 kills wins. It's the ultimate test of mastery over the sandbox Black Ops 1 has. And every map cuts off certain paths and changes when you play Gun Game. We were playing this with 12 people and my god was that fun. Then you also had wager matches. You could bet your in-game currency before they fucking monetize the dingo cunts out of this malarkey. You can come out on top, second, third, or lose all your shit. They even got high roller modes for the people that want to ball the fuck out, man. Oh yeah, that's another point. Black Ops overhauled the customization by adding these points and allowing you to buy what you wanted when you wanted, with a level cap on some weapons and kill streaks. No longer would you have to grind levels to get the guns you wanted after prestiging. You could just buy that stuff outright. Thank you, Treyarch. Thanks for saving a homie some time. Man, using weapons like the crossbow or ballistic knife is a challenge in and of itself, but oh so satisfying if you can actually hit your targets. And what's this? A theater mode? Record your favorite clips, take screenshots and share them? I don't care if they took this idea from Halo. Every first-person shooter game needs a theater mode. God damn, this game just did not stop innovating. Remember when COD used to do new things? Like the video if you have nostalgia. Then you got player cards which give you in-depth stats on basically everything. Heat maps, where you hit your targets, where you die, your accuracy, what you kill people the most with, so you can brag about your sweet craft dinner ratio that nobody will care about. Look at mine, baby! Not half bad. There was also customizable emblems, which allowed for a lot of creativity and offensive things to be made. Look, I made mine a Kirby, from some old ass to have bad. There was also customizable emblems, which allowed for a lot of creativity and offensive things to be made. Look, I made mine a Kirby from some old-ass tutorial back in the day on YouTube. And wait a second, interactive map design? This is what COD is supposed to do year by year. Advancements that keep things fresh, you know? They even offered 15 levels of prestige, which is a bit extreme if you ask me. But hey, it gives hardcore fans a lot to do. The campaign had so many diverse set pieces and locations that transitioned into multiplayer. You got a stealth mission in the snow, so there's a wide open snowy map. You go to Cuba, so there's a tropical themed missile facility. You're imprisoned by the Viet Cong, so you fight in a Vietnamese prison. You get the picture. Oh yeah, and can't forget Nuketown, one of the most brilliant and somehow successful maps. Honestly, it's a hella small map with 3 lanes, and it's really fun to play on. Probably because the layout is simplistic and allows for constant action no matter what mode it is. Not only are all the maps fantastic to play on, their locations are reflected in the single player, and it makes the campaign and multiplayer feel connected. I think you can make a damn good case for Black Ops having the best, or even in the top 3 multiplayers in the Call of Duty franchise. However, there is one major flaw, one thing that weighs the game down in every aspect of play. It's the sound design. You might be thinking, boy, that's a pretty innocuous thing to complain about, but good lord, they recycled the same explosion and shotgun sound effects that it starts to wear on your mind the longer you play. Oh god, how many times have I heard that? With how polished this game is in basically every aspect, I am flabbergasted. Yes, flabbergasted at how lazy the sound design is. As far as I know, there's like 3 explosion sound effects, and 4 of the shotguns sound the same. This can really distract from an otherwise fabulous game, but despite that, the multiplayer overall is pretty damn good. Black Ops heralded the return of Nazi zombies from World at War, but oh, they didn't just give you one somewhat bare-bones map. Nah, man, they gave you two that were way better than the original. Kino der Toten is definitely top 3 or 4 all-time zombies maps, set in a run-down German theater, and 5 is set in the Pentagon. Oh, baby. And Treyarch might have thought, 2 new zombie maps isn't enough. You know what? We gotta give the fans more. Here you go. Here you go. Take this. It's Dead Ops Arcade. And we're just like, you didn't have to give us this. Just like every other area of Black Ops we've discussed so far, the game innovated in Zombies 2, adding in stuff like fire traps, Nova zombies, the Thunder Gun, and of course, an entire new sandbox of weapons to kill zomboids with. Throughout the DLC, we get a bunch of new perks like PhD Flopper, Stamina Up, Deadshot Daiquiri, and the Clutch AF Mule Kick. Then of course you got your monkeys, Semtex grenades, the Pentagon Thief, Matryoshka dolls, and so much more. So much new. If you want to play zombies, Black Ops 1 with its DLC is the definitive game to play it on, because it also includes all the maps from World at War with the Black Ops weapons. Now, it is kind of ridiculous to have to spend another $60 to get all this great stuff, but if you really enjoy zombies, it'll provide endless hours of entertainment. God damn it, make it free already. Christ. Activision, Microsoft, I don't know who it is, but someone's fucking up. You know, and I don't normally give so much praise to DLC after the fact, especially a game like Black Ops with 4 $15 map packs. But I think it's because that they give you more of exactly what you want that I'm giving it praise. And even if you don't buy any DLC, Kino der Toten, 5, and Dead Ops Arcade come with the game, and that's enough content to hold you over for sure. You know, there can be frustration when you get double swiped and go down immediately. One good thing I'll say about COD World War II Zombies was it gave players 3 hits before they go down, so it was a bit more fair. However, the fact that it can be so brutally punishing when you go down with full perks is what makes it so intense, because you have nothing to bail you out besides your teammates, and those moments when you get up in the middle of a round with no perks are some of the most nerve-wracking moments you can experience in zombies. The fact that when you get down and you get so upset after losing your perks shows you just how much you care about doing well in this mode. Unlike quality-made zombies maps, Kino and 5 have amazing layouts. It's actually addicting. I mean, what else can I say? It's everything World at War Zombies was, but better. Way better. And that's a tough thing to accomplish. It really is. Consistent improvement, expanding variety, and damn near every gun is viable to pack a punch, which I love. Even shit like the Dragon, China Lake, or the Law, that people always tell me sucks ass. Bitch, I can do well with that, baby. Give me some of that mule kick, and I'm gonna kick some Zombino ass. All the classic characters you love return in Kino der Toten, Ascension, Moon, and in Call of the Dead in an unexpected way. Also, the fact that they got George Romero, Robert Englund, Danny Trejo, Michael Rooker, and fucking Buffy the Vampire Slayer all into an ensemble cast zombies game just blows my mind. 5 is freaking awesome too, because the concept of JFK, Richard Nixon, Fidel Castro, and Robert McNamara fighting off waves of zombies in the Pentagon is just so ridiculous and cool. Once more, tying zombies into the setting of Black Ops' story and campaign. Everything is connected. Dead Ops Arcade is surprisingly fun too, and plays completely different to normal zombies. It's got a top-down perspective, and as the name suggests, is very arcadey. Your goal, of course, is just to get as many points as possible, with a bunch of new awesome power-ups and some familiar weapons we've seen in zombies before. It's a perfect little mode that is fun to go back to every now and then, and even 4 players can join in on the mayhem. I think it's funny because it was completely unnecessary to add it. Black Ops would still be a great game without Dead Ops, but it goes to show the level of dedication Treyarch had. With all the new features, maps, DLC, Black Ops 1 has without a doubt the best variety and bang for your buck in the series when it comes to zombies, man. And to this day, I'm still amazed at everything Treyarch gave us. All in all, Call of Duty Black Ops 1 is one of the best games in this massive franchise, with the way its campaign builds off of World at War and continues that story. The intensity, mystery, and awe of playing through Black Operations, Mason's journey, his revelation, the historical value it has by connecting itself to the Cold War, Vietnam War, Cuban Missile Crisis, and so many other events and places. The writing, the characters, the story overall is fantastic. The multiplayer has some of the best maps in the franchise, with great customization. Everything that made Modern Warfare 1 and 2 so great is here and improved. Alongside the many innovations introduced and just the sheer amount of content that Treyarch gave us, this game is definitely one that blew people away when it came out and will always be something you can go back to. And that is why Call of Duty Black Ops 1 was so awesome.
Mason! It's over. We won.
First impressions are a pretty big deal. The experience we have in those initial 2 to 3 hours of gameplay is often the deciding factor in whether or not we keep playing or drop it entirely. Allow me to say that nobody in this world was more jaded towards Modern Warfare 3 than I was. There are a few games I hate beyond comprehension, beyond words, that can just cause me to have a physical reaction upon seeing their cover art. Now allow me to show you how the majority of Planet Earth felt during the release of Modern Warfare 3 and the first few hours we all spent playing it.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Honestly, the root of almost all of the bad press, reviews, criticism, and hatred towards this game comes from one simple issue. And it's not that Modern Warfare 3 was or is a horrible, awful Call of Duty game. It's just that, well, this was the 8th Call of Duty in a row. Franchise fatigue had finally set in, which would collapse entirely once Ghosts came out. I mean, people were just getting fucking sick of a new Call of Duty game coming out year after year. To the casual, average, and hardcore fans, basically everyone could look at Modern Warfare. To the casual, average, and hardcore fans, basically everyone could look at Modern Warfare 3 and be like, yup, looks like a $60 update to a game that came out 2 years ago. It looks, felt, and played virtually the same. Consumers are generally not a fan of being duped into buying the same product twice. Especially if it's a sequel that actually looks worse than the game they had before. My disgust is so vivid to me all these years later, because this was the point I said, fuck it, I'm done with Call of Duty indefinitely. When it comes to video game sequels, I think the absolute least thing people expect from them is for the graphics to change and improve. So if you can't even nail that as a developer, then something is wrong. Sure, Halo 5's art design is weird and not as good as any of the other games, I think, but at least you can easily tell the difference between each and every Halo game. Let's have a test, see? If I were to throw up footage of every COD game, could you tell at a glance which game is which? Why don't you just
find out? That's Black Ops 3. I guess that's Ghost. That's World at War. Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, World War 2, Modern Warfare Remastered.
Go ahead and pause. See if you can...
Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2.
Guess every one of these games. Unless you're a hardcore fan or someone like me who has extensively played most of the games and can kind of tell between them, unless you can perceive the slight differences in user interface and graphics and weapons, it's going to be damn hard to tell exactly which game is which. Modern Warfare 2 might have been a bit divisive amongst the community, but MW3 was an entirely different beast. I'd even say the general relationship between gamers and game critics really started to turn sour around this point. I mean, near universal acclaim from critics and universal disgust from users? Like, are you shitting me? Was this just an outrage mob? Were the criticisms well found? Were the critics paid off, or did they really just not give that much of a fuck to even complain about the similarities? Who knows for sure? This was the first time I felt like game critics and game journalists had really let me down, and they would continue to let me down with their Call of Duty reviews. Leave it to the Call of Duty franchise to come out with a game that, on one hand, breaks several world records. In terms of pre-orders, sales, revenue, it becomes the largest entertainment launch of all freaking time. But at the same time, is apparently hated by absolutely everyone.
Dude, why is it that when I flash somebody, it's like I just slapped them in the face with a fucking napkin from a little kid's birthday party?
It's this dichotomy that makes Modern Warfare 3 so interesting to me. What does it say about our consumption of media? When does a series start to just get old? Did the similarities cloud our judgment on this game? And does Modern Warfare 3 have something that makes it stand out from the rest of the series? Well, let's survive in Spec Ops, find out why the bloody hell Makarov knows you, and suffer from franchise fatigue straight into this. This is the true dilemma of Modern Warfare 3. As a product of its time, it failed to please fans. However, with the power of hindsight, seeing where the series has gone, there's a lot of praise I wasn't willing to give this game back in the day, but I am now. A lot of things I overlooked. MW3 signaled the largest change that Call of Duty had ever seen. Within Infinity Ward, the Warfare series, and it altered the way the franchise was routinely developed. With the co-founders Jason West and Vince Zampella leaving the company to form Respawn Entertainment, they would go on to create the incredible yet underperforming Titanfall series. And of course, you know, a little puppy you might have heard of called Apex Legends. To my recollection, this was the first time a COD game had been worked on by multiple developers. This was also the first time that the series looked vulnerable, with an uncertain future. Sure, Call of Duty's always gonna be popular, it's always going to appeal to the masses, but I couldn't help but think if this was the moment it really lost its way. Did I say Jason and Vince left the company? Well, by that I mean they were fired. By Activision. Ladies and gentlemen, the details of that are messy at best. So according to my research, lawsuits were filed by Jason and Vince for employee mistreatment, and they wanted bonus payments that they were allegedly promised. Activision countersued the two with accusations of corporate espionage, theft of business secrets, breaches of contract, insubordination. All of this was then thrown at the duo. And to spit in the face of Activision, Respawn signed on with the equally shit publisher, Electronic Arts.
Is this good for the player?
And half of the Infinity Ward team would leave to join them. The lawsuits were eventually settled confidentially, but the point is how this paints a very messy picture for the development of Modern Warfare 3. So with Activision rebuilding the team on Infinity Ward while simultaneously working on development, Raven Software was brought in to handle the multiplayer so that Sledgehammer and Infinity Ward could both work on the single-player campaign. Would this joint effort lead to some restricted creativity? I feel like the more game production is split between companies and people, the larger the group, the harder it is for teams to communicate and reach the most beneficial end goal/product. The recurring problem with Modern Warfare 3 and fan expectations of the series is it did not deliver enough new experiences. Think about it. Black Ops 1 was set in the Vietnam era. It had cool, unique weapons, top secret missions, new and improved Nazi zombies, Dead Ops arcade, gun game, wager matches, revamped customization. Before that, MW2 went batshit crazy, with the best map selection in the series, overpowered weapons, ridiculously strong kill streaks, Prior to that, World at War was a return to World War II, with the lessons and revolutionary design principles that were introduced with COD 4. See, I think most people were able to overlook the similarities from game to game because up until Modern Warfare 3, they had all been drastically different in story, style, and presentation. MW3 was the first time the COD series just felt like a cash cow. It felt like the companies behind this were trying to cut as many corners as possible, and with the knowledge of how MW3 was developed, maybe that assumption isn't too far off. So now that we have an idea of how Modern Warfare 3 was handled behind the scenes, it's time to see how all these teams translated their talents to the big screen. The climactic finale in this blockbuster trilogy starts off hot and spicy, literally set just a few hours after the end of Modern Warfare 2.
I thought I told you this was a one-way trip.
Looks like it still is. They'll be looking for us, you know. Nikolai, we gotta get us out of here. I know a place.
Having just finished off General Shepard, Price and Nikolai attempt to escort the mortally wounded Soap McTavish to the safe house. As Soap, we fade in and out of consciousness between the present and the past. The memories and moments that led to this point are shown to us with a sweet, stylistic, glass-shattering design. But this is no time to smell the roses. Someone's got to help out Soap. Oh no, he's seeing what kind we use in the future. Oh no! Alright, come on, get the defib quick. Big title screen. And I just realized that WW3 stands for World War III.
You know what the problem is? What? You got it set to M for mini, when it should be set to W for Wumbo.
Moving on, the mainland is being attacked by the Russians. New York is under siege, and well, this time we aren't Oscar Mike. We aren't Rangers leading the way, and we never have to defend Burger Town. All of these new experiences frighten and confuse me. In this game, perspective switch between Delta Team and Derek Westbrook, aka Frost, the disavowed Task Force 141 operative Soap, Price, and their mysterious friend, Yuri. During the build-up and leaked trailers of Modern Warfare 3, the developers were showcasing an experience that would take place in 4 separate locations: France, England, America, and Germany. In-game, it feels like there was an effort made to make these areas interesting and graphically pleasing. Call of Duty always had a knack for creating diverse epic landscapes that will stick out in your mind. And that, quite frankly, is Modern Warfare 3's greatest strength. With that being said, it's a blast to fight through the streets and skyscrapers of New York City. Shooting around the stock exchange and witnessing this city as a war zone is astounding. Shit, and Call of Duty always has to blow your balls off right away. Boom! How's that for an opening? What I really appreciate about the writing and narrative of Modern Warfare 3 is how much more coherent it is. In pretty much every COD game, there's moments where it seems like you're doing busy work that ultimately has no significance or effect on the plot. Sometimes it's not well explained. Sometimes you just go out and destroy a jammer. And sometimes you can get lost within the military jargon and mumbo-jumbo. But in this game, I never got lost. The cutscenes have a magnificent style and presentation. It's engaging and interesting the way they show you what's happening, as if it's in a tactical military view. Turns out the Russians have nuclear warheads on a submarine outside the city, and they plan on wreaking havoc upon the New York populace. So, what do? We go through the tunnel, boys. This was the mission revealed back at E3, and for good reason. The setting is just phenomenal. A flooded tunnel filled with drowned civilians, cars.
Finally!
People were trying to escape and just got trapped in here. It's a pretty spooky scene, but we're here to blow up a part of the submarine. So we dash and dance our way through some minefields, set some C4, submarine go boom. It's forced to surface where we infiltrate the sub, reach the control panel, and take over the warheads. There's an incredible and chaotic escape sequence that visually and metaphorically sucks me off. With the Russians pulling back, we swap back to the injured Soap and take control of the new guy, Yuri. Hey, don't worry, my dude, the doctor's here. I've been trained in the art surgeon simulator. You know how good I am? I'm ready to storm through the streets of India, staving off Makarov's men and protecting Soap. Why is he worth all this trouble, you might be asking? Well, he's one more loose end. After securing Soap's safety, it becomes clear to us that Price is not the same man. What follows is one of my favorite missions in the series, terraria. This is where the game slows down the pacing and explores the plot. You are a bodyguard for the Russian president, on board
I'm an onion.
West to discuss terms of peace. But there's something worse than snakes on this plane. And just when you think Call of Duty is going to have a boring political discussion, boom. We're under attack. They're trying to kidnap the president and his daughter over my empty vodka bottle. Die, Satan's minions! And this airplane sequence is fantastic. Badass. Sometimes gravity fucks you up and you glide through the air. It's pretty epic. But then it gets really good. Holy shit! That was awesome! And it didn't overindulge itself like a certain World War II shooter I know. We awaken the debris of the airplane, but still need to secure the president and his daughter. As we fight against the ultra-nationalists, we find them. Now let's get you back out here pronto. Alright, sir, let me just get the door open and we'll... Oh! Boy, this is awkward. He makes his move, busts a couple caps, kidnaps the Russian president, and in a matter of time, will hopefully break the man into giving up the nuclear launch code. A lot of the middle missions deal with the ensuing chase to find Makarov, which is not exactly a new turn for the plot, but it's entertaining. It builds up the finale and has some highlights along the way. These men bond through war, blood, and battle, and eventually the gang orchestrates a daring assassination attempt. While the sequence that follows is well orchestrated and amusing to witness, it's yet another example of Modern Warfare 3's startling lack of originality. How many elements of this game are you not going to bother changing, and how many are you going to borrow from the previous game? Anyways, this assassination doesn't go as planned. Uh-oh, busted. Makarov is a dog, and he has sniffed us out. Balls are hitting the walls, so you and Price gotta once again save your boy's life and get the fuck out. Thankfully, Price is a homie and knows that you don't want to go through a whole level without shooting something, so he gives you a hand in hauling Soap around. Get this man inside. Quickly, come on, put your fucking backs into it. This is my boy we're talking about here. Don't you notice the guy who was the protagonist in COD 4? Let's get him in here.
Really messes with me.
This scene got me good. I genuinely thought the old lad would come out alive. Price's screams will forever haunt my dreams. Hot damn, that was some good acting. Price pockets Soap's journal, and then the game designers do something really funny. Every Call of Duty campaign, from the very start, programs you to follow instructions from the other characters. And when you do it this time, they punch you in the face for it. That's real clever, guys. That's real clever. But Soap is pissed, isn't holding back, and now we gotta answer the golden question.
Soap trusted you. I thought I could too. So why in bloody hell does Makarov know you?
Call of Duty utilizes semi-silent protagonists pretty well, and it does the same with Yuri. It's a good choice because it allows you to focus on the events and people around you. It's especially appreciated because the death of Soap is the most critical moment in this trilogy of games, and playing as a silent protagonist at this moment allows you to truly lament the death of a hero and a friend. This is the moment when all the secrets are revealed, and the full picture comes into view. Turns out Yuri was a lot closer to Makarov than anyone knew. He was his old friend, business partner. He was there for the attempted assassination of Zakhaev. He was there for the deaths of 30,000 men.
Nico, it's Roman.
Let's go bowling.
He was there for the airport massacre. He was there for all of it, slinking behind, just out of view. And he's here now, ready to kick some fucking ass. Yuri, my man, welcome to the crew of respected Call of Duty protagonists. But what's actually a really cool detail is when they did Modern Warfare Remastered, they actually put Yuri and Makarov in that section. At this point, Modern Warfare 3 has flipped everything around on its head. This character, who we had thought was mostly along for the ride, has turned out to be the last piece of the puzzle.
How quickly they forget that all it takes to change the course of history is the will of a single man.
Who's this?
Prisoner 627. I'm coming for you, Makarov.
Haven't you heard, Price? They say the war is over.
My war ends with you.
So with a heart full of vengeance and an urge to finish the fight, Yuri and Price mount up in juggernaut suits and storm the keep. We're gonna get you, boy. You can't hide forever. Let's fucking go, Yuri. Oh, damn, dude. You're fucked up. Don't worry, I'll take this bastard down myself. Where you going, Makarov? Running away again? And finally, we come face to face with the man himself. And what an epic showdown it is.
Mission failed. We'll get 'em next time.
Hey, 2% chance. 47% chance. How soon they die? Look at that. Wow.
With the dust settling and sirens blaring in the background, losing both his closest friends, Captain Price finally has a moment to relax. Modern Warfare 3's story is climactic and beautiful. It's a fitting finale to one of the most popular game trilogies out there, and I don't really have many complaints to make about it. Watching Makarov's elaborate death was really satisfying and gruesome. Man got what he deserved, and though the ending feels abrupt, there's really not much story left to tell.
Those memories are all that's left when the bastards have taken everything else.
Between Black Ops 1 and 2, Treyarch made several enhancements to the campaign. So much that it amazes me to this day. The levels were more non-linear than any other COD game. They added customizable classes before each mission. There were challenges for points and high scores on a leaderboard. You could choose to do certain missions out of order, and most impressive, the multi-layered and divergent storytelling put an emphasis on your choices throughout and had several possible endings, giving the campaign immense replay value. So, does Modern Warfare 3 provide a similar level of improvement?
No!
It does next to nothing in this regard. Where Modern Warfare 3's story brought about a satisfying conclusion and resolution within several of our favorite characters, the gameplay is basically a clone made in a laboratory. You kind of get the sense that the whole purpose of the campaign at this point was just to finish the story. The set pieces, weapons, locations might be new and different, but that's really all the positive things you can say about it. It still has that ridiculous over-the-top action vibe, yet it's portrayed in a slightly more believable way. Like when you're on that super epic escape sequence in the second level, speeding around aircraft carriers, going off jumps. It's more believable than the last time we did that because there's a real battle going on. And it's actually two armies instead of two guys fighting an army. Yeah, it's cool flying around New York in a helicopter, but at the end of the day, it's just another on-rails turret section. The mechanics haven't changed, just the location. Wouldn't it have been cool to maybe let the player fly the helicopter around? I mean, that worked decently well for Black Ops 3. So when you realize the developers had no intention of spicing up the gameplay or its mechanics to allow for more freedom and versatility, that's the moment you realize there ain't really no reason to replay Modern Warfare 3. A game that's fun the first time, but has no replay value, sounds pretty mediocre to me. Truth is, I did not give a rat's ass about this multiplayer. And hold up, what? 60,000 players? I call bullshit on that. Before planning to get footage for this review, I was sitting at about 15 hours, at level 55 or so. Pedestrian shit for an epic gamer like me. Hindsight can be a blessing and a bitch. It can even be a blessed bitch. But having slogged through COD World War II and Black Ops 4, how bad could this be? But something weird is happening to me. Modern Warfare 3, this game I've hated for 8 years. I'm enjoying it. Perhaps I'm having fun with the multiplayer now because it feels new to me, because I didn't play it much. It has that satisfying COD gameplay loop that I haven't been able to connect with in the newer games. Maybe I'm enjoying it because there isn't a storm of anger surrounding this game, and I'm experiencing it without outside influence. I think each one of these reasons contributes to the fun I'm currently having. But I also don't find myself addicted to the multiplayer, like wanting to grind hardcore for prestige and rank. This is truly a middle-of-the-road experience. But let's take a deeper look, because despite the mediocrity, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, and Raven did make some pretty cool and appreciated innovations. Funny thing to look back on nowadays is prior to the game's release, the Call of Duty community was up in arms about every single unbalanced feature of Modern Warfare 2. In fact, the biggest complaints were talked about on stage by Robert Bowling, former community manager and creative strategist of Infinity Ward. Let's hear what he had to say.
Every element of the game has gotten more balanced. It means no one-man army, no game-ending nuke.
Wow, just listen to the crowd reaction.
No shotguns as secondaries. Definitely no commando perk.
All those features he listed off, they fucking hate them all.
No last stand. Fuck you, last stand.
But what Robert forgot to tell everyone was that Final Stand and Dead Man's Hand were still in the game as death streaks. He fucking got us good.
Fuck you, last stand.
It's no wonder the teams were hyper-focused on making this game more balanced when that's all the fans really complained about. But it makes you wonder, did all the negativity from the community towards MW2 cause MW3 to be what it is? Maybe this shows the change in attitude of the COD community. We were listened to so hard and this is what we got? I don't know, man. It makes you wonder. It's also funny that if you play the mode Drop Zone, you'll notice that everyone is a quick scoping champion, apparently.
You can't explain it.
It is rampant, far more than Modern Warfare 2. Speaking of Drop Zone, let's talk about all the playlists and game modes. Kill Confirm debuted in this game, which has since become a welcome staple of every Call of Duty afterwards. Team Defender makes its one and only appearance, a mode akin to Oddball where each team tries to hold the flag for as long as possible.
Okay, now let's see
Then
what's
later down the line, you had the more competitive Let's Get Sweaty face-off playlists, which threw players into small, tight maps focused on 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3 throwdowns. What was really cool is how they added a whole tab for community-oriented game modes, the ones that were made popular in private matches. Hey, wait a second. Infected? Ah, come on, guys. I can't imagine where you got this idea from. It's actually pretty entertaining, not gonna lie. You can rack up some pretty crazy kills in this mode, but there's a problem. Only 1 round per match, so it's kind of tedious to play. On top of this, they had new and improved private matches, giving players more tools to customize their experience. That's always good. Now, I checked out Drop Zone out of curiosity, not expecting much from this one-and-done mode, and was just blown away. This is that old school crazy that Modern Warfare 2 used to have. You hold the drop zone for points, and care packages are bombarded on the ground, which can be anything from a UAV to a gunner. It's like a mad dash around the map, and the best part is your score streaks are disabled, so you can focus on just having fun. I spent the most time in Drop Zone and found it to be the best source for leveling up weapons and my rank. And hey, would you look at that? New innovation in the form of weapon rank. You know, it really is impressive and staggering to see just how many features that debuted in Modern Warfare 3 have been carried on throughout the years. This time, every weapon-related unlock is tied to its level. All attachments, gun camos, reticles, and, proficiency? That's right, each weapon class has a selection of bonus perks, which brings a new form of customization to the table.
If you want less sway, you can earn it. You want 2 attachments, you can earn it. You want less kick, go earn it.
This sandbox feels like the largest out of all the games. I find myself hopping around using all sorts of different weapons just to see what they're like. Modern Warfare 3 is also the last game in the series to have the traditional class setup instead of the pick 10 system or whatever Ghosts have. A lot of balancing changes were made, there are way more tactical items to use, lethals are more streamlined, only 5 perks in each category, their strength is significantly toned down, blast shield is now a perk instead of an equip. Every change seems to be made for the benefit and fairness of the game.
I'll play. This is the most balanced multiplayer experience we have ever done.
Modern Warfare 3 is basically a more reasonable, fine-tuned, balanced version of the last game. Except for the fact that everyone uses the goddamn ACR. Choose a different weapon! How about that? Shotguns were turned into a primary weapon, which is something a lot of people had complained about. But I can't help but feel like explosives